many complexities in the mortgage transaction process. As you know, it's quite cumbersome. What are some of the steps that Nexval's taking to streamline that process and make it more efficient?
Making the borrower experience seamless and less cumbersome throughout the process, from origination all the way to payoff, is one of the areas that we continuously consider. One of the things that we do is really work with the latest technologies in the area. For example, in origination, the effort right now and for the last several years has been in the point of sale experience, which is the initial application process of the borrower and the review of their application and the approval. That used to be very involved, and a lot of companies have come up with innovative products to reduce that, the information exchange to a website through which all of that data can be monitored and exchanged. So Nexval integrates with all of those platforms and also make sure that our systems, internal systems, communicate with those platforms. On the servicing side, if you look at a servicing transaction, really if you look at a call center and a servicing shop, you're going to see that people are calling mainly for a couple of reasons. Number one, they want to know if their payment came in on time. Number two, they want to know if their taxes were escrow is in order. Number three, they might be calling primarily for default information. So
it's end-to-end solutions for that customer journey.
Absolutely.
And how you automate those along the way and make it seamless for the CIO, for the CTO, to make it sure that it's in Nexval's hands.
Correct.
They got it. They understand the experience from start to finish.
Right, the CIO and the CTO is really looking at, well, here's all of these elements of servicing as I was mentioning, but there's only these three key ones, right? So why shouldn't our borrower experience focus on giving these three pieces of information right up on the website, and then simplifying, the rest of them by, putting it to an accessible place, but not right where the borrower comes in.
Not front and center.
So the effort is reduce the number of calls the borrower has to make or look for information, and you have what you need right up there. So
operational efficiency.
Absolutely. So one of our big services is app development and helping our servicing customers enhance their apps and to make this information available on your phone, on your iPad, further enhance the mobility aspect of the relationship, as well as simplifying it through modern technologies, making information more real time and not delayed. And also using notifications in apps, for example, giving the borrower instant notification. For example, if the payment is overdue, sometimes you forget. Sometimes the bank draft doesn't go in on time. Why shouldn't that be a notification that comes into the borrower so they can react to it immediately?
Sure.
Or things such as updates on their origination process or updates on the default processing process. These should be a constant ongoing communication of the servicer and the originator with the borrower, rather than these staccato phone calls and traditional techniques that we've used so far. So we are working on a number of improvements in this area, and have our technology team is also helping enhance borrowers and the servicers and the originator systems to build these into their existing processes.
So basically it's transparency for the utmost important factors, and the rest, if they need them, they're there, but that's not front and center.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's that the focus is on the end customer and the convenience of their experience, and making it as seamless as other areas of finance that they deal with. Their credit card, their bank, their car loan. These are all very simplified right now, but mortgage continues to be complicated.
Even Robinhood, it's the most simple way of people entering to the stock market.
True.
And it's really because the user experience, the technology on the front end is so simple to look at that anybody thinks they can do that, where the other platforms seem more intimidating. So
that's true. Robinhood is a good example where investment banking, which was thought to be the domain of very sophisticated investors, has now been simplified to make it accessible to a large swath of the population that is just entering the field. It does have its downsides in terms of maybe making it too simple and making the transaction and the education aspect of it not upfront. But notwithstanding those, an ongoing mobility of bringing in more borrowers and making it more interactive to them, rather than this very complicated and rather dense mortgage banking process that everybody's afraid of. This should be something that is it's a central part of most people's lives is their home
Absolutely,
loan.
everybody's
So
living somewhere.
Absolutely. So we should always strive to understand that part of our financial future better, and that's the direction that we are moving all our R&D efforts and budgets towards.
Great information. Thank you.
Thank you, Marie.